If you're a real estate wholesaler and you've been hearing the buzz about having hedge funds in your contacts, I have the perfect video. I made a private how-to video on how to find hedge funds in my private Astro Blaster community, and I'd love to share it with you guys. It's exactly step by step on how to find hedge funds and how to contact them. Here you go. Hello everyone. So I've been getting a ton of questions on how to find hedge funds. I have worked with a ton of hedge funds in the past during kind of the gold rush where they're buying rentals at insane prices, like up to 90, 95, even 100% of ARV. And if you like the sound of that, here's how to find the hedge fund. So completely free. Now you can pay for like a LinkedIn kind of premium subscription to kind of outreach faster, but you can find them completely for free on Zillow. So what you do is go to your target market. Usually there are markets like Tampa, Dallas, Fort Worth, Orlando, Jacksonville's pretty hot for them. Nothing like none of the sub markets. I usually don't see them in the Midwest. They're usually somewhere in Nashville, somewhere in Atlanta. Not a lot of them are in Houston. I do see them in Phoenix a lot. Los Angeles, I see not so much California, but very heavy on these states like Georgia, South Carolina, not South Carolina, but North Carolina. I see them a lot in Charlotte. And then, so today we're gonna be focused on Tampa because that's where most of them will probably universally buy at. So how we're gonna filter is we're gonna look by rent. And then we're gonna see only houses because usually hedge funds only really buy houses. And then we're going to check minimum year built. You're going to filter by 1980 plus or 1978 to be specific because that's where funds usually buy at right now. And you kind of filter through here and look for any watermarks. So as you see here, there's a big watermark on here and it says Tricon Residential. Now, Tricon is a hedge fund. Now, what tells me that is one, well, I know they're a hedge fund, and two is they do very lipstick rehab. So meaning like they don't go and do a whole like HGTV remodel. They just go in and paint and maybe change up the floors, and really that's all. So like they kind of just bring it up to market, like kind of like a market type of thing. So as you can see here, there's a big watermark. MYND. Sometimes you'll see them flat out right there, or you'll see them right small in the corner. So MYND is a kind of a they're not really a hedge fund, but they're a management type of company. They're an institutional management company for hedge funds. So you can use this as a resource to like if a buyer works with MYND, they're likely an institution. So if we can look in, usually the pictures are very professional. So like these type of homes, probably not a hedge fund. Now, if you see here, this is probably not a hedge fund. It has too much watermarks. I know it's kind of, but this I think is one right here. So I think this is American Homes for Rent. Yep. So American Homes for Rent. So if you guys, so this is also a hedge fund. Now they're very hard to connect with. So just keep that in mind. Now to find the more private ones, it's going to be kind of hard to search this way. You're gonna have to go on PropStream and then probably look for buyers that have bought like over 1,000 homes. A couple of them are just super private and they won't have watermarks on them. But this is a really easy way to find some funds. So let's go back to one where we kind of did have them. If I can search in this area. See if I can find a good one. Usually they're not going to be renting more than like 3,000 a month. So I'm seeing here, there's one, Tricon. Main Street Renewal is Amherst. Main Street Renewal is just like kind of their management company. So what, like for example, you see here, like they barely do any work on them. Like they just do paint and that's it. And they look for homes that are 3.2 and 2,000 square foot. Like around that is kind of their perfect type of deal. So how we're gonna find them is we're gonna search them up on Google. is, so you see here, this is their rental management. Like, so so Amherst has two sides. They have Main Street Renewal and Amherst. Now you can try to find some more information by maybe go on LinkedIn and then going on Main Street Renewal. So go here and then let's check. So as you can see, affiliated pages is Amherst. So this is the hedge fund itself. Now, once you've found the company, you've done a lot of work already. So now you're kind of in. So LinkedIn puts you in a search where it links you with the other hedge funds. So like, for example, Invitation is a hedge fund. It's a really big hedge fund. First Key Homes is a hedge fund. A lot of these people are big hedge funds. Like SFR3 is a hedge fund, but not for rentals. As you can see, Tricon pulled up here as we were talking earlier, AMH. So a ton of these are here that are hedge funds. So definitely just go in there and follow all these pages. And then now how you find them is you go on employees. So you find the people that work there. And then you want to go and see and try to find a pattern. So like as you can see, anything that so like you want to look for positions that are like with the keywords of like underwriting, valuations, acquisitions, acquisition associate. So like Sean Kirk here is SFR acquisition associate, regional acquisitions manager, senior associate. It's like these people are going to be your guys that are going to be the decision makers on like if a home works or not. You know, these are the guys that are making offers on a home. And this is how you find your hedge funds. So just want to save you a ton of time right now. I've worked with Amherst before and I've sold them a deal, but they're terrible to work with and they have a really terrible business model. And they just do bad business in general. And that's just what you're going to have to deal with hedge funds, because I mean, we give a lot of power to them and they do abuse that power. But they do pay the most out of everyone. So you kind of have to deal with it. So this is how you find hedge funds. Now this is the more public ones. Now the really, really, really good ones are going to be more private ones. So they're going to be a little harder to find. But those are the ones that are like, don't care about what terms you have and like will probably pay more than these guys, because these guys buy so many per month. Like these guys buy hundreds and hundreds of homes a month. So they're going to have to stick to their terms and their policies and everything. You have to follow their terms. But usually the more private ones are a lot more lenient and they'll be a lot more friendly. So going back to, finding employees. So like, you're going to go on here and let's just try to find one. Not on Main Street Renewal. Let's go back to Amherst. So go to employees, and then we're going to go to Sean Kirk because he's an acquisition associate. So we're going to first connect with him, and then we're going to send him a message. So as you can see, why I said earlier, like you might need a subscription to connect with them. But this would allow you to like kind of direct message them. You can be like, hey, I'm an investor here in the Tampa area, and I saw you worked with Amherst. I have a couple deals coming up this month that might fit your buy box. So what's your email? I'd love to connect. So as you can see here, he is responsible for the Tennessee single family home acquisitions, done over 500 transactions. So this guy is a guy you want to work with. Now, how to find his number? You'd probably have to go Sean Kirk. There's a couple ways to do this. You can either try to find the way their emails are formatted. So like, it's gonna be kind of tough to find on video, but you can try to see like, so you want to try to find their company domain, so you can maybe reverse email them. And what I mean by that is hold on, let me try to find someone. Connect with this one. Worked at Entera. I think we're going off track here. Yeah, we're going off track. Sometimes they'll put their contact info here, not all the time, but we can see if we can find it on this video. The senior guy, you want to connect with the senior reps and not the newer ones. Sometimes you can find them when they comment. So they may comment their email somewhere. We're just going to keep on going and trying to find some emails here. So this guy had a birthday, not too important. We can see if he left any comments with his email. No, he did not. Let's see. Ryan. Let's see Ryan. Birthday, not useful. Vinebrook is a hedge fund. They're not amazing though, but they're a hedge fund. Uh, Connect with this person. You could also try maybe searching the company up and seeing if you can kind of reverse do their email. So like here, contact. So it's just at amherst.com. So we're going to try to do, you're going to try like acquisitions at amherst.com, or what you can do is type in their name. So usually it's like their first letter of their first name and then their last name. So if it was Sean Kirk, it would be S Kirk at amherst.com. It's usually not always right, but if you do hit it right, you can directly email them, which is really great. I'm gonna keep on trying to find. Well, I'll probably cut it. But sometimes they'll comment their email on posts. So this is an email, but I don't think it's his email. This was 3 years ago. Even if it was his email, it was 3 years ago. So I don't think you can try if you want to reach out through his email. William, nothing here. See if he posts anything. This guy has a lot of activity, so he may have posted his email somewhere. So yeah, finding hedge funds is a lot different from finding fix and flip buyers because half the battle is finding the person and then half the battle is building a relationship because uh they're usually very kind of cut to the chase. They don't really relationship build. It's very hard to build relationships with them. But once you do, it's a really, 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 really fruitful type of relationship. So we're gonna keep on searching. So this is kind of the rabbit hole you kind of have to go down to find a hedge fund. Um, to keep connecting, and then at one point you will find someone that you could contact, and then from there you just gotta hope that they respond. Um, we can try. Also try this way to find them. Uh, what is this? Nope. Try one more. Boom. Okay, so I finally found one. So as you can see, I was right. It's usually the first letter of their first name and then their last name and then Amherst. So you're gonna cold email all of these people, and eventually you'll get a hit, and you'll get a connect with a hedge fund, and that's how you find hedge funds. Now, if you stay tuned, throughout this whole 15-minute video, you have saved yourself a ton of time, because all those deals that would have fell through the pipeline, because maybe they didn't work for fix and flippers, would have worked for hedge funds because they buy long-term rentals, and they buy them more, or they pay more than anyone that's just a regular fix and flipper or even creative finance person.